Hi, morning. Let's get started. Hope you guys are ready for another Thursday with, pretty much no setup. I can I can say that enough. Oh man, it's been super dry for the past few days. I think it started from last week. I think last week Friday we had more activities than this, paint dry activity right now. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what market gives us. No complaint. No complaint. Hope you guys doing well. I'm gonna start here shortly. Oh, we have our watch list: INZI, NEXI, and GNS. And I do have previous runner OCUL. Also yesterday had this huge spike from Monday, and volume kind of fade out, but there was still some uptrend going on in the next day. I mean, on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, stock really hit the new high on super low volume. Now what I'm looking for is just seeing that kind of faded. It just hit the new high and then faded back down. So it's pretty much cross over this death cross line. I mean, I gotta adjust my lines a little here. So yeah, it's in the downtrend right now. So what I'm looking to see if this 585 crack at the open, and this thing can flush back down to 200 EMA, this white line. Oops. What else we have? We have pretty much nothing. I mean, everything is very choppy. Things are super slow on penny. But what we have is focusing on few setups as always. One or two. We don't need 5 or 6. You need 1 or 2 good setups, and then from there we're just get it going and see how we can really accumulate and take our money and be gone. INZI actually came out with the news, I believe. Inzo Pharma report positive top line data from ongoing phase 1.5 trials. Well, it's pharmaceutical. I believe they are they are mid float, 24 million float. 4 million shares traded so far. You see, the problem with these setups, you can't really you got to change your strategy. You got to adapt with the market every single day. And from the past few weeks, I can tell that pretty much we don't see that breakout move anymore. So you should not really focus on that. It's just depending on volume, you can see where exactly you should focus on. If there's nothing to rely on, I mean, news are pretty much on the second stage of category, in my opinion. The first category, as I always mention, is the volume. If there's nothing, why would you even trade? And you don't want to get on the trade that has zero, I mean, not zero, well, pretty much low volume. If it's like under 200,000, or I know some people do. Some people are prefer to focus on low volume and get on the gap and the spread. But those are very extremely experienced and extremely highly experienced, and they have extreme risk tolerance. So you want to kind of make sure that you're not in that stage, unless if you have the tools, if you know how to trade between the spread. And it's risky. I mean, why would you even focus on that when you can find a easier setup that has the same amount of reward? So yeah, those are the kind of things that you should really focus on. I know a lot of people are love to get on something. You don't have to every day get something. I really want to talk about it. If your trading thesis doesn't work, and if there's nothing in there, you definitely should just sit back and see how things plays out. Just observe. You don't have to necessarily trade. Just sit back and observe the market and see how things go. And then, if you see something that meets your criteria, all the analysis is correct, everything that you put works, and your trading plan is there, just trade that, and then that's it. For me, pretty much for the past few days, it's been very dry. I hardly could really trade something, but I did. That's a good thing. I'm happy about it. I mean, that's all matter. Let's see what else we have. We do have. Ooh, man. Yeah, yesterday we had pretty much. I was short on the BZFD. Early after it popped. Let's take a look at BZFD. BuzzFeed. Yeah. Now I have this trend. I mean, I have this line here, the $2 crack, pretty much. But surprisingly, well, when I was shorting, I was shorting this trend line here. Once it cracks, went below the VWAP, cover my shares, and hold the rest to my break-even point. My average was 203 or something, and then I took a rest because I didn't want to sit down and watch this paint dry. Right after I covered, stock really squeezed back up, make a new high, and then consolidation. I mean, there's nothing really, honestly. Even the reward on the both side, on the bear side and the bullish side, are not good enough. I mean, if there's no action, and if there's no activity, you pretty much trading blind, and you don't want to be on the either side. So that's something to keep that in mind. Let's see what else we have. If you guys have any ticker in your mind that you want me to discuss it, type it in the chat. I'll go over it, see what's going on with that. Yeah, but my main watches are for the open. 9 minutes. We're gonna see how this OCUL, NEXI, and INZI, and GNS actually came out with the PR as well. GNS, yeah, they're doing a share buyback, treasury stock. This GNS, I mean, you gotta understand the hype. You gotta understand the trend. The CEO, all the insider in the company, they really try to do their best to make their stocks looking good. So as long as you can follow the trend and make sure you're doing it right, there's nothing wrong with it. Just take your profit. Just don't rely on it. Okay, I see this NEXI is going higher. I have a small position at 73. We pull back. It did not add to my position as I was talking about other stock. So now what I'm looking for is to see this, this VWAP bounce. And as you can see, it's higher lows are just making right now. So I want to see that push back above the new high. See how this will plays out. Yeah. So these days, pretty much testing your patience. So you gotta understand, as if you know your trading plan and if you're patient, you would definitely make money and rest easy. You don't have to really worry about market activity and all that. But the risk of a market really applies to anyone, no matter if you have a plan or not. So you gotta put everything together. What else? Yeah, this Nexi came out with the PR as well. They announced data showing AIM ACT sales in house. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, let's see what's their float. 17 million float, 30% institutional ownership. Let me read the news properly. Actually, announced a data showing ACT. They are biotech. Yeah, they're biotechs. It's a response to T cell. I honestly don't understand what is this T cell engager. Transplantation and cellular therapy meeting. So the news is pretty, it's just a meeting conference, I believe. So regarding some sort of biotech thing. So nothing too crazy, but you gotta understand the stock is low float, number one gainer actually. Not low float actually, it's relatively low float. 18 mil. 18 million shares float. So let's see how this will goes. Hopefully today we get something. I mean, it's Thursday. We do have so many report today actually. I think PPI came out this morning at 8:30. So you gotta also know those economy calendar. Today we have actually so many reports. Core PPI, housing. Core PPI came out more than expected, 0.5. So what you can do is just, that's why I always suggest have your FinViz. A lot of you probably don't use FinViz, but I do suggest you have your FinViz, use FinViz for information regarding the stock that you're looking for. They're a great source to do due diligence research about the stock. So let's see. Yeah, Nexi, I'm focusing on Nexi for a neck leg up. Inzi also looking good. Missed that entry actually while I was walking through all the watch lists. So I have Inzi up, I have Nexi up on my level 2. See how the order flows works on them. But I will be very small today. I will be very cautious. As I said, don't go too big. Have your trading size, proper trading size, and all those things. 'Cause you don't want to really get into a trade that has no volume, or volume will fade out. So you kind of have to. That's why I always teach people, in my mentorship, volume prediction, how to calculate the volume throughout the day. So those are the things that you should probably learn, and it will definitely help you out to understand how exactly that works. Anyway, let's see. What do we have? 239 is the new high. Nixie. Oh, there's a tough resistance at 73. It's a micro penny. Not my ideal setup. As you guys know, I don't like micro pennies at all. But when there's no other good setup recently, also, I would focus on some of these, micro pennies. They really ran up to $1. But you gotta understand, when they reach to the $1, many short traders are interested to short at the $1 above. That's why you see that when the stock hit $1 from 90 cents, let's say 80 cents, stock crushed back down. So those are the things, because it would be available to shorts pretty much if you don't have like a proper broker, like interactive broker or Central Point or anything like that. You won't be able to short stock below $1. So that makes it pretty much unable to short. That gives it a little bit of idea of long trading. But once it hit above $1, it will be available to short. All right, we're gonna open here in, I believe, in a few seconds. Let's see. Let's get ready to rumble. I want to see this 74 breakthrough here. All right, ding ding dong. Ding ding dong. 74, 75. Just gonna take some off here. And as I expected, the order didn't go through. Alrighty. First 5 minutes, sit on your hand. Let the craziness stop and this madness, Now the INSI is going higher. I want to watch this INSI actually for pullback, possible pullback and a scalp. But the stock is already up. I don't want to really chase. Let's see. Have Amazon and SPY also going down. I want to see SPY go down about below 405, Amazon 95. I think those are the range that I'm more interested to see. For the past few days, things were different, acting different. It's easy. Yeah, 68. Okay, one of my orders did not go through. Well, this is one thing that I don't like to see. Yeah. Platform crash and all that things. AM. I don't know why my E-Trade doesn't work properly. AM making new highs under very low volume. So, not interested to see unless we get at least 2-3 mil going on with this. AM is 36 million. I think they came out with the PR, announced initial data from ongoing phase 1. yeah, pretty much overall we see the sectors running right now. As always, biotechs are strong when it comes down to sector move on the pennies. Biotechs are always biotechs, pharmaceuticals, and healthcares, and all. And pretty much, biotechs are better. Had better action, better history in terms of pumping. All right, I see Nexi is going for a 74 again. Let's see if it's gonna make that through 77. There we go. I like that. I still have a small position. I don't want to see the wick. I want to see these 74 holds and then fresh volume comes in, make a new high, and then continuation. I see a lot of sellers at this point, so I'm probably gonna lock in some. Let's see. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with my E-Trade. Oh, order doesn't go through. Anyway, still seeing that 73 holds, so that's what I was actually looking for, to see this 73 as a new support. Yeah, that's a huge volume just coming in. 500, beautiful. 79. Oh boy, I have no idea why. That is very disturbing. All right, that's fine. Is it gonna wait? Oh, there we go. Finally. Well, my orders doesn't go through, and I don't know if it went through already or not. It's a very weird action. Let's see what else we have. SPY. I like to see that 408. Below that 408. Amazon pulling back. That's really nice. All right, finally, my order went in. Last share. Okay, there we go. Wow. So this is the thing. I do like E-Trade and Centerpoint and Interactive Broker. Those are the best brokers that I always recommend. But you gotta understand, sometimes these fishy platforms, they get something like this, crash. You can't really send out your order. So those are the things to keep that in mind. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, market is kind of dropping. AM, very strong. I like that. don't like to chase at this point. It's pretty much hitting that natural resistance, $3. Nexi is really good. Nexi, I think there's still room left to 95, 90. Let's take a look. Well, I don't have. Oh, I have $1. Yeah, room to $1 pretty much. Let's see how this action works. All right. So let's see. AM. Oh, that's really strong. What's going on with this? Wow, look at this volume. It's pretty nice. Wow. I like this. I like this AM. NZ. It's down for a day. Let's see if we can short NZ. If there's any shares available. Oh my god, there's something really wrong with my E-Trade today. Yeah, team. I don't know what exactly going on with my E-Trade. If you guys have any issue with your platform, type it in the chat and let me know. Because I want to see if it's everywhere or is it just me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. It is just a platform. Well, I'm gonna be smart when the platforms crash. I'm probably gonna move to my center point soon. I don't really like this. Halted up AM as expected. See a room over 379. I had a previous alert over there. There's a $4 range. So 350 is a natural resistance. You gotta understand that the pullback will happen. What else? What's next? And you're looking at the next leg up after that 450. So we have 439 here. So 350. You're looking for that, and we want to see that 350 break and 379 actually after the pullback. It's just a healthy pullback, so that can create another bull flag. Yeah, it looks really strong. It's going for 100%. Also, stock is near 100%. So be smart. If you trade it, just make sure lock in profit. Always. Nexi, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. GNS going back up. Man, I have no idea what's going on with my E-Trade today. All right, it's pretty slow. very slow. On the other side, on the large cap, I do want to see Amazon below that 95 SPY, back down to 4 or 6. That would be ideal to trade some option on them. What else? INZI. Yeah, I don't think INZI will be interesting unless if it's crossed this VWAP roll and then continuation. The stock's already ran up, like I mentioned. When the stock is pumping for the before the open, you really don't want to really, especially with this market action and overall volume, you really don't want to focus on them unless we see other things stop moving, and then there's only one stock to focus on. That way you can kind of bring your attention to it. INZI so far had 13 million volume traded. Next C34, I think AMAM. Missed that on my analogy on that, as I was focusing on other stuff and my platform crashed. That really, yeah, 8 million shares traded so far on AMAM. That is so far played out very well, but be cautious here. It's already up near the 100%. It's not worth it to really chase up here or trade. What else do we have? All right, AMAM unhalted. Probably gonna break through that 374. Oh, it failed. Now what I want to see is this pullback, and it definitely can get crushed at this point. It's already hit that natural resistance, 350. It's a great spot for short to just, start the position and bring this back down to $3. So I'm not looking to really trade this unless it pulls back and have a good, dip opportunity, and then maybe for another leg up. So for 11 million shares, that is a pretty strong volume pressure. Other than that, GNS pulling back. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Everything is pretty straightforward. Let's see. INZI tried to hold that $3 and shuffle. I'm not really interested unless if you see that, like I said, the VWAP break. I don't like to see stock cross over the VWAP and then get the fake out. It's not the type of setup that I'm looking for. It's just a very poor action, actually. A lot of VIX. This would definitely have room to go down more. I think if we include this 276, you can see that 276 range, close to the 200 EMA. Yeah, AMAM, like I mentioned, 317. Now what we looking for is it's at the POA, so POS right here. Now what I'm looking for is just seeing that 305 hold. and then another fresh volume. Other than that, I don't see anything else. I do not see. All right. Yeah. You can see that the shorts are kind of stepping in. And you always want to look at your 5-minute as well sometimes. But I do suggest you to look at your 5-minute from 11:30 to for the launch hour and into the afternoon. But for the intraday, your best bet is on the 1-minute chart if you're scalping or trading on a panel. But there's nothing wrong to have them on the both side. But I prefer to switch over 5 and 1 constantly. So now that 305 is that VWAP. So I want to see that VWAP. Buyers showed up and all this, well, limit orders get filled, and see if that would be enough for this to push these thing back to 320 level, 330 level. That could be a good scalp, but definitely not. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a start position right here. See if this will hold a range to that 320. If not, probably gonna flush back down, hit all the stops, and go below that VWAP level. So my risk is that VWAP, this orange line. If it's gonna go back down, I'm just gonna stop out. So far so good, holding that 305 level. I want to see that 311 break through. I mean, this is just a scalp play. As you can see, lots of volume at this level. So let's see. Let's see if this is gonna hold. Cross over that 311. I'm gonna lock into some profit right here at 315. There we go. One more push. Yeah. There we go. I mean, that's just scalping strategy, and you wanna sell to the strength. You don't want to hold on to it. Right there. Wow, what a spot. That was the scalp, but it's still, it's not ideal. I do not like that, 10 to 15 cents reward. I like to see more, but you gotta be patient. You gotta let this setup comes to you. You don't have to really go for the setup. Those are the things that you have to understand. I mean, that's I want to see that, when the VWAP is kind of cracking, it's probably can, establish level, maybe around this 260 level, 270. If not, probably gonna flush back down. I mean, there's no reason for this stock to be up. It's just, well, I mean, so far it's trading, have one float rotation, 18 million on the 18 million float. So that's a pretty strong volume based on market condition. Based on market condition, you can see that we haven't had this much volume for the past few days. So you got to compare the market with what's going on today. So I got this one, Nexi. My platform crashed, but I locked in profit because during the platform crash, stock went much higher than I expected. So done with the Nexi over there. Over here, oh yeah, the OCUL. Probably look for a short on this one as it get extended, and time to let this bad boy to sleep. I'm gonna start a little short writing this VWAP rejection. Let's see how this will plays out. I'm not going too crazy. As I mentioned, I'm not adding to my size. My size are very manageable, something that I can manage it. I don't go too crazy, too big. It's not worth it. I mean, all these setups, you don't want to go big. You don't want to really put your money in the line, and next thing you know, it just doesn't work. Look at these weak action on this one. I mean, not expecting a micro penny stock really go higher, but you can see that AMAM so far, to be fair, had a good action at the open. INSI trying, but still, you gotta be smart with the fake outs. You don't want to buy into the VWAP break. You want to see that break into and then pull back, VWAP hold, VWAP roll, and then see the confirmation. What you want to see these days, just focus on, like I say, if you just set back. If you don't see a setup, don't trade. You don't have to trade. Don't force trading. Just observe, learn how these actions are really meaning to you, like if they have any proper reason for you to jump in and make a trade. And those are the things you gotta really, and if you sit down until like afternoon, I know probably last week we had some afternoon activities and action, but it's not really worth it. I mean, you're sitting down and you gotta also read all the news and to read what's going on with the market. Overall, things are pretty dry down. I mean, after Fed announced the disinflation activity and what they're gonna do the rate hikes, and also I read, I think I talked about it in our weekly watch list session. Lots of people are having so much fear of the market, they're not really putting their money into the market that much. This has actually happened for the first time. They rely on cash, which is a good thing for the economy, because American people never have they never had the attitude or mindset of saving cash or saving money. So this happened for the first time, and you gotta understand that that's rare for the cycle. So yeah, those are the things. I mean, you probably trading with the algo, you're fighting with the algo here and there, and you gotta understand those things. Or you're trading with the, I mean, obviously there's no or. You're trading with big money, it's smart money. So you wanna take advantage of those. You gotta be smart. You gotta be selective on your trade. There are not a lot of retail trader that can really move this stock up anymore. Like 2020, we had all these people putting their whatever check they got into the market, just gamble. That's their mindset. So you don't want to be that person. You want to be smart. You want to focus on the consistency. You want to get one trade, two trade, and take your profit and go home. And you don't want to just stick around and see what's gonna happen. Oh, when I can hit the next million. Oh, that's not gonna happen. At least not overnight. So if you're persistent, if you're consistent, if you're really dedicated to get to that level, hit that 1 million, you gotta work for it. You gotta put in the work and see where is your criteria, where is your desirable setup where you got to see those things together. So that's one thing to keep that in mind. A little bit of my misfit. Let's see. Spies consolidating in that 409 level. Actually dropped that after 415 hit yesterday, so I was expecting this to happen. OCUL. Yeah, I'm short on this one so far. See if this revap crack and a continuation, but volume is very, very thin. I mean, this is definitely not my one thing to know, that when I focus on when I'm watching in the stock for a few days and I'm waiting for the setup to comes at me, I know where the volume is going to fade. But when I see a stock just only for that day, like this one, INZI, I don't know what happened yesterday. So, and they don't have enough good history. So their history about to start today. So when I'm trading these, I'm mainly focusing on just the momentum. But here in OCUL, we had this for past few days. I want to see, well, I had a good long trade on this. Now I'm focusing on, I see that volume faded. There's not enough interest. There's no more people to really interested in this. So now it's a time to crash this thing down. I want to join join that action. That's how you take advantage of these stuff. So right here, I'm gonna cover some. Most stocks flushing down. Let's see, this 85 is gonna. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna cover some here. There we go. So far, so good. So far, so good. Just cover half of my position to new low and out. All right, cover all my shares. Just a quick short scalp on OCUL, and that's it. That's it. All right, probably gonna call it here in a live session. Hope you guys liked it. Learned something at least, and we'll be watching AM throughout the day. Not gonna watch Nexi anymore unless if we see a spike again over 75 range. INZI, and I will keep on watch this OCUL. I mean, this isn't easy to borrow stock if I want to short it, but I will watch this. I'll talk about this probably on our weekly watch list next week. GNS, no, not interested in that old fellow. Just too much hype. And that's it. All right, team. DM me or email support if you have any question. Happy to help. Take care.